Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Spirit Server. And you might be asking, where am I? Well, I am in the base of Red Pizza Dog. As you can see, it's this nice village filled with armor stands and also this huge factory. He did a lot of stuff around here and I think it should be appreciated. But not only that, this base is located right underneath my base, which is right there. So I decided, you know what would be a good idea? I could, or maybe more specifically, I should make some staircase or something of that kind in order to connect these two bases. And so I did that. So I did indeed do that, and here you have the time lapse of the build. And it's done. Right behind me. Isn't it glorious? You may notice that some of the build is not in the time-lapse. The time-lapse is kind of messy. That is because I had so many problems during the building process. I kept on being kicked from the server, and it was just so messy. But that is unfortunately a thing, and we just have to go on. What to say? I also added the waterfall that is right there in the corner of the screen. Later, it was part of the original design. I just forgot to do it when I was making the time lapse. But there are some things I will do live in front of you right now. And that thing is finishing this here. As you can see, the waterfall kind of falls down and creates this river. But the river doesn't make it out all the way here. So why don't we help it a bit? I'm also noticed that we have this thing here, so let's do it like that. Yeah, also I went around the bottom of the hill and basically replaced any dirt, which I thought would look way better if it was a stone, like here. Let's do it like that. You know, let's just make the cliff look more realistic and cliffy, meaning let's also switch these dirt blocks. This was the process I basically went through in order to make these cliffs, at least in my opinion, look better. I just walked around it and just added blocks when I felt they should be added, like this. After that, I went back to the stream and just mined a way for the stream to reach the main river. I originally planned to actually, you know, build and talk to you, the audience, while doing it. But, yeah, that kinda didn't happen. I did try, like, the clips that you're now watching, I am talking in them, but it wouldn't take long before I just stopped talking and genuinely just the video is just me building and being completely silent. And you know, I don't think my rambling is really that entertaining. Me silently building is even less entertaining than that. I didn't know that was even possible. But yeah, as you can see, I did terraform a bit in the river itself actually, and just did a small terraforming. However, this was not the main terraforming I wanted to do, because let's be honest, you will not see this area of the build like at all. If you look at it, this is just, you know, area for the people that will go under the bridge. But who would go underneath it? No one. So the main actual thing was the coast and the path connecting to that pizza dog space. And that one was actually pretty interesting, so I hope I actually said something while making it. And so I gathered all the different materials which I think might be useful for us in order to build a path here. The thing about this path is I need to somehow make it work, and that will not be an easy task. because I need to like work around this and like work with the fact that I need a lot of things for me to go right basically here. So I'm basically looking at everything we have here. I think I'm gonna first start with bridge. Basically get an this is like an open eye for my building process. You can see how it works, or that more probably more how it doesn't work. So I think what I want. I think, or do I think I want it to. Oops. I think I want it to be slightly taller. Basically, to be at this level of height. At this height level, I think that makes it make more sense. So let's do it. Let's do it like this, and yeah, this is way too, because I don't want it to be right next to, but this is way too small. I need it to make, I want it to be at least like 4 blocks wide. 5 blocks wide would be ideal, but yeah, there's no way I'm doing that with the things available to me. No, this is wrong. So let's do. Alright, let's not do it. Let's do it like this. Just. And then where it's going to end? It's going to end like here. And here. So I need more dark oak stairs. Luckily for me, that's not that problematic, because I have the dark oak planks and there is a crafting table here. So that should not be that problematic. So if we do this. Right, so now we want to do this. No, this is again wrong. What am I doing? See, sometimes the biggest enemy of a builder is the builder himself. Alright, we have basically this to work like some sort of thing. So let's now build what I want. Right, okay, so now what I need is I need to do this, which means I need to move this to make more sense. You see, this is quite a struggle to just make a stupid bridge. Okay, so we have this now, so now we can do this. Alright. And we need to add these things, because if we do not, then it will not look good on a map, and I want this thing to look good on a map. I see we've run out of spruce trapdoors. We need one more pair of spruce trapdoors. Yes, we're gonna need to build another bridge here, which will be slightly difficult. It will definitely not be easy. but it shouldn't be that hard. Now we add this, and okay, this is the wrong way. So now let's mine it with our pickaxe because that has silk touch. Yes, this is the orientation of the campfires I want. We basically do a lot of these things like this. I've misplaced this one, so let's just mine it and then use our trusty shovel to just put it out. Yeah, just like that. And then we do this. Or at least that's what I thought of doing. I don't think it looks that good. I think I might use that later, but it doesn't look good for this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. So let's do this, and you know what? This just looks better. So let's do this. I ran out of slabs. As you can see, building can be sometimes a struggle. But that's fine. Let's do more. Yeah, this. If you ever wonder why I do my builds in creative and not in survival, this is it. Because if I do it purely in survival, it just takes ages out of my life. No, that's not looking good. But I think I need something, so like this. Yeah, this looks better. Especially when I'm gonna do this. Do it so it looks again way better. So then we get this. 1, 2. Yeah, and we repeat that on the other side. And I think this should work somehow. Somewhat usable. This should be somewhat usable. I think we are gonna, let's do this. I'm gonna need to go to sleep just because nighttime is awful. Yeah, let's just fly up in the sky and let's go to sleep. If you ever wonder why I don't really build and talk on the videos and I just use the time-lapse, this is the reason. Because I literally didn't say a single word while building this whole thing. And you can see that I'm kind of struggle coming up with what to say just from this. So yeah, I'm not the best person to want to do things, to say things and do things at the same time. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, and let's put the hanging signs here and make it fancy. Yeah, make it a fancy handrail. Yeah, and then let's just build it here. And we can also clear this path. Oopsie. And do this. Because that just fits. And build it like this. And we just gonna get... No, how many? This was 6. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we want another one here, and we're gonna need to craft more of these. Which, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, and we ran out. Just gonna say it, that's again another, like, more reasons for me to just use Lightmatic and just pre-plan all of this. Because now I'm gonna struggle, like, how to connect these two parts. This is a way smaller path, but I mean, probably there will be one path going there, which is Galactic's base, which right now is just a mountain that he tore down, and yeah, he hasn't done anything with it for a long time, but he's on holiday now, so at least let's give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, you might also remember that from the episode 4, I think, when I built the bridge, where I said, yeah, that's the base of Red and Galactic. Well, they both abandoned that base, meaning it's no longer a base of Red or Galactic, which... What can I say, to be honest? Just... Yeah. Some people just like to abandon their bases on the server. Yeah, let's do this. I just want to say, hanging signs are one of the most annoying blocks to just build overall, because, like, you need 2 chains, which is not really, you know, cheap. Then you need 6 stripped logs, and you get 6 hanging signs from it, which is 1 hanging sign is 1 log of wood, which, if you compare that with normal signs, is ridiculous. Because normal signs, you have 6 planks, which is 1.5 logs for 6 signs. So, yeah, the math is not mathing, really. After that, I unfortunately went again into a really unlistenable ramble. Just really unlistenable. Like, what I saw, if you thought that was pretty unlistenable, you have not heard the worst, I'm telling you. So, what I decided is, I'm just gonna skip all of it and just give you this really fast clip of me building the rest of the path and somehow connecting them, which was pretty painful. I mean, it does make the video way longer than just putting time-lapse in, but yeah, really, I really wonder. Just let me know in the comments if you watched this far. Let me know if this is better than, or if my other videos are better. This is an experiment. Please really let me know. This is not me fishing for, oh, if you comment it will help the algorithm. I genuinely want to make the videos better viewing experience. I'm asking for a genuine feedback right here. So please don't be afraid of giving the feedback. If it's bad, tell that it's bad, and I'll never do it again. Well, I might do it again, but maybe when I'll be more confident in what I'm saying. But yeah, let's hope. This is me editing this, and I have no idea what I say in the next clips, so I hope it's usable. 3, 4, 5. 3, 3, 4. Did I run out of this again? That's so annoying. Alright, and this. So this is how we need to do this path. Let's use the... Okay, I have no idea where that is coming from. But, yeah, let's use this. And... this to... yeah, make... Where is it coming from? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have lanterns on me. Ouch! It's not nice. Okay. It seems like that I forgot to just light up this part here. But so that is sorted now. Yeah, let's also do this. So let's finish what we like kind of started with this thing, and let's use the stone bricks we have here. Here, and let's add these hanging signs. And we now created this nice path down here. Alright, and then we need to connect these two, which I need to eat. Which will be slightly harder. Or, well, it should be slightly harder, but I don't think it will be that much harder. While editing, I noticed that, yeah, this building and me talking takes way too much time, so instead, let's do it quickly. At first, I just changed the sand, lit up the inner cave, and changed the sand for dirt and made the whole thing wider so that the road actually fits there. The reason I didn't really say why I want the roads to be at least 4 blocks wide. It's because I imagine a merchant cart from this like medieval period would be like 2 blocks wide. And if you have a road that is 4 blocks wide, that means that 2 carts fit next to each other. I know that 5 blocks would be better, but you saw that what little space I had to work with. So I just continued doing the path and also added some muddy roots and mud at the edge of the bank, basically to decorate the riverside. Next, I used a water bottle to convert the dirt located underneath it to mud. I also did use a bit of mud in the stream I did before. However, I didn't do a lot because, again, I don't think it's necessary because I'm not going to look there a lot. I might do that later. Right now, I just I just really didn't have the time to do it correctly. Let's just say it like that. Next, I've decided to, after I did all the mud and stuff, I decided to add some rocks at the edge of the river. I don't know, but from my experience about rivers in other places, but from my experience, these rivers have quite a bit of rocks next on the edges. So adding some rocks, I think really just made sense. So after adding all the rocks, I had the idea of using these rocks as a place for the lanterns to be put to light up the whole path. I think it looks really good, and as a final touch, I added some leaves on the crane and on the cliff because I personally stand behind the idea of that bushes can do nothing wrong. If you add leaves to any build, it will make that build look better. It is a fact, and yeah, it is a undoubted fact. You cannot. I will not change my mind. You cannot change my mind. I'm telling you, if you add leaves to a Minecraft build, it will always look better than it looked before. Oh my god, this is so long. I am running out of things to say. There's not even enough time for music, and it's done. Thank God. Yeah, I think now this path is really nice. You lit it up. Now, even though it is really simple, I think it really has its charm. Looking like this. Yeah, I hope Red will like it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I tried to do something a bit different. I tried to talk a bit more. Basically just tried to build while recording, not make a build and then just record the time lapse. So definitely let me know what you think of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.